Unsolved Mysteries was released on Netflix back in July 1st, and since I've been interested in Unsolved Mysteries recently, it seems like the perfect show to watch. It is a reboot of the series of the same name back in the 80s. Now in 2020, Netflix delivered 6 cuts for the 15th season as the volume 1, because apparently there's another 6 that are coming down the pike later this year, which would be volume 2, I presume. So the show's premise is basically individual case studies about unsolved mysteries, pretty self-explanatory. Most cases they chose to cover here are from the 2000s, so they have recency and relevancy. The episodes consist of about 50 minutes each, some longer, some shorter. Mostly it gets to the point at a fair pace. The viewer sort of is constructing a timeline of series of events with the show. It is easy to understand and doesn't quite beat around the bush, which for me was a great quality. A lot of the times when you see some docuseries where they just go on and on and on with just no ends, it's like, we should probably get this thing going. Now, from a person who has never seen the original series as a pure mystery docuseries that leads you through the clues and cases, Unsolved Mysteries delivers, I thought. At first, I was a bit put off by the lack of a host or a narrator, which is where a lot of the criticism is coming from, and with a little bit of research, the original show did have a host. Now, I don't think that's really a fair criticism because the show managed to reinvent itself, whether it's the style or the approach. If everything that's different from the original is bad, then we're really not going anywhere. So I don't think that's fair to say, oh, this reboot is not good because it didn't stick with their roots, even though having a host or a narrator may make everything feel a little bit more streamlined. It definitely will inevitably create a disconnect. Unless they decide to point the camera at the director directing the episodes, who can give their own opinions to connect with the audience, which I think ultimately is not going to happen, but worth a shot. You get the point. Someone who's not just a robot reading a script, but someone who can give interesting opinions and theories independently. As a docuseries, I think it can go a little bit further and deeper into the subject matter. However, if you look at them as very, very well produced YouTube videos, they become a lot more enjoyable since you're not nitpicking at everything as like, this is wasting my time and whatnot. The cases that intrigue me the most out of this volume are Mystery on the Rooftop, which covers a person who seemingly jumped off from a roof, but other evidence suggests it is physically impossible. And the 4th episode, No Ride Home, is another head scratcher for me, which is what I want to be doing when watching a show like this. Those are some of the highlights for me. I was also surprised that they took the show international with episode 3, House of Terror, where we go to France and explore a case of familicide. I also got extremely uncomfortable when watching the 2nd episode, 13 minutes. If you watch it, you'll understand there's something off with some of the people they interviewed. That's all I gotta say. However, the show took a speed bump with episode 5, Berkshire's UFO, which reads more of a conspiracy theories and potential false memories than actual unsolved mysteries. And the show ended with a more sinister episode, Missing Witness, that's still ongoing while they were making their documentary. Unsolved Mysteries Season 5 Volume 1 was mostly entertaining. I would recommend you checking it out if you're interested in the subject or the genre, because it simply does the job. I'll be waiting for the 2nd volume as well. I'm feeling a decent 3.5 on this thing. What do you think?